We must never allow that South Africa must be bullied by imperialist forces. America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traore. We stand with Traore because we know that Traore stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traore, and Traore is all of us. Donald Trump is an enemy of himself and all of us. And he must know the EFF is not scared of him. The EFF is not scared of Israel. The EFF is not scared of the imperialist forces.
I'm a king.
We want the enemy to hear our stance on all issues, particularly Donald Trump, who wants to intimidate us. Today, we gathered on sacred ground on an important day in our nation's history. We are in a place of deep pain, resistance, and unbreakable courage, which was home of the mother of our revolution. We gather in Brantford, across the house where Mama Winnie Nomzamo Madikizela Mandela was banished, isolated, and stripped of her basic freedoms. It must be said without apology, if it were not for Winnie Mandela, the name Nelson Mandela might not have survived the 27 years of his imprisonment. She kept his name alive. She kept the struggle burning. She ensured that the world never forgot Robben Island. While the apartheid regime sought to isolate and silence him, it was Mama Winnie who gave him a voice from the prison cells of Robben Island. Today, on Freedom Day, we must ask, what did we become free from? And what remains that promise? Freedom did not come cheap. Freedom did not fall from the sky. It was fought from the bush, in the cells, in the streets, in the exile camps of Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Zambia, Angola, Namibia, and beyond. To understand what we became free from, we must understand how apartheid was built. Apartheid was a law that was aiming at destroying our people, not only physically, but emotionally as well. Apartheid was created because they wanted to isolate you from the economy of South Africa. Apartheid laws were passed so that you can have your own separate education, have your own population registration, and the group areas, and pass laws, and many others. Apartheid was policed by the security forces, funded by capital, and justified by distorted theology and racist signs. We must not forget that it was apartheid that took the land from us. And when we say that today we are free, we must ask ourselves, where is the land that was taken from us? Apartheid created Bantu education and gave our parents inferior education. Today, when we say we are free, we must ask ourselves, where is quality free education that were promised before 1994? Comrades, what is freedom without justice? Why do you say we are free when those who killed our liberation icons are not held accountable? Today, those who killed Chris Hani, they say they can repeat it again tomorrow. What is freedom about that? Today, as we speak, Chris Hani has never received his justice. Where is the justice of Steve Biko, who was killed in isolation? He died alone, naked and chained in a cell in 1977. Yet there's never been justice for the killing of Steve Biko, yet you claim freedom. Where is the freedom for the children who were killed in 1976? Why must we celebrate freedom in darkness? What kind of freedom is this that we are called upon to celebrate in darkness without clean running water? Yet in towns where whites live, there is clean water and electricity. All of us are under the same municipality, but we don't receive the same services because we are black and they are white. Because we are black, they think we are inferior and we must receive inferior services. We must refuse to accept that and say we will never celebrate any freedom as long as there is no water running into our taps in each and every house, not on our streets. Why are prisoners given free uniform, yet children are not given free uniform? How can Winnie Mandela sleep peacefully when she knows that a government is in bed with the enemy? The ANC is working with the DA that tried to kill Winnie Mandela, the DA that killed Chris Hani, the DA that killed Steve Biko, the DA that killed Robert Sobukwe. For as long as those people are not held accountable, the EFF will never go into bed with the enemy. We will rather remain isolated, will rather remain excluded, but we will stand on the side of the people and will stand on the side where Winnie Mandela stood until death. No amount of grandstanding can take away the fact that this country, it is what it is because of the EFF. If there was no EFF, you'll be paying more VAT. If there was no EFF, there will be corruption everywhere without being challenged. We must be happy that the EFF of the people is holding them accountable. We must never allow that South Africa must be bullied by imperialist forces. America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traore. We stand with Traore because we know that Traore stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traore, and Traore is all of us. If they kill Traore, you must know they would have created another wound in the continent of Africa. We must defend him the same way we defend the unity of Africa. We must defend China for defying the USA and telling the USA to go to hell because they don't understand how the tariffs works. Donald Trump is an enemy of himself and all of us. And he must know the EFF is not scared of him. The EFF is not scared of Israel. The EFF is not scared of Morocco. The EFF is not scared of the imperialist forces. The EFF will stand on the side of the people of DRC, the people of Sudan, and the people of Sahrawi. I want to salute your fellow comrades in the Northern Cape, and I thought they were going to be here today so I can ask them to stand and you see the heroes of the EFF today. They went to Orania alone without the help of the national leadership. As a province, they never asked for a cent. They've never asked for a permission. They stood up one morning and said, we are going to confront the racist Orania and Freedom Front Plus. We salute them for being brave. We are with the people of Northern Cape. We are with the leadership of Northern Cape. We don't want Orania. We don't want Freedom Front Plus. We don't want the DA. We want the government of the people. Orania is possible because the ANC has lost power in Northern Cape. They want the vote of the FF Plus for them to remain in power. That's why they allow Orania. They must allow the EFF in a government of Northern Cape. Orania will die the following day. They must allow the EFF in the National Coalition, AfriForum will go to prison the following day. Because under the EFF government, there will never be a place for AfriForum. I can guarantee you, you don't have to worry about whether the EFF is growing or not. This is the beginning of the EFF. Those who left the EFF had to go because the sea was cleansing itself. We are starting afresh. We passed expropriation of land here in South Africa. We have passed one of the troubles which we had because the EFF said we will expropriate land without compensation. So today there is Expropriation Act. The only difference between those who are ruling and the EFF is we don't agree on the compensation. But even if we don't agree on the compensation, the ANC will never have courage to expropriate land and even pay because they are scared to take the farms from white people. We want the farms taken from white people under the current laws. Whether you are going to pay or you are not going to pay, let the farms be returned in the hands of the farm workers. Let the farm workers be buried in those farms. They belong to them. Comrades, that is what they are scared of. They don't want the EFF in power because they know that if the EFF comes to power, the land is going back into the hands of our people. When we take over this country, there will never be a so-called unemployed doctor. How can you be an unemployed doctor after going to school for 7 years? The doctors must be automatically be employed when they graduate because medicine is very expensive. We want each and every ward to have a clinic and to have a doctor and to have an ambulance in that particular ward. Elon Musk will never come and open his business here in South Africa as long as he doesn't surrender 30% to the South Africans. No one must come and do business in our country without involving our own people. No one must come to Masilonyana and open business, get a tender in Masilonyana and not involve the people of Masilonyana. We want the people of Mangaung, we want the people of Free State to benefit directly, not only on business. When there is a contract to build a road here, you must ask a question. You, the branch chairperson of the EFF, how many locals have you employed in this project? And if the locals are not enough, you must stop that project and demand that they employ more locals because that project belongs to you. When an old woman see a fighter wearing a beret or a t-shirt of the EFF, they see the hope and the future of South Africa. Those who destroy the beret and burn the t-shirt of the EFF, they are destroying the future of South Africa. Therefore, defend the EFF with everything. Put your bodies online in defense of the EFF. Do not want to be liked by those who want to destroy the organization that belongs to the poor of the poorest. The people of Palestine will know freedom. We don't have freedom in South Africa for as long as the people of Palestine are still under the oppression of Zionist aggression of Israel. All of us must say, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, because we know as beneficiaries of international solidarity that if we stand with the oppressed in the world, those oppressed people will be liberated. We are not free until the people of Palestine are free. We don't care if we are going to be punished for that. The people who were killed in Matola in Mozambique because of our freedom. The people who were killed in Lesotho because of our freedom. The people who were killed in Wankispolilo in Zimbabwe fighting for our freedom. We cannot allow that those who stood with us during difficult times are today isolated by the enemy, and we go to the side of the enemy. We are Palestine, and Palestine is South Africa. We are Africa, and Africa is South Africa. We will fight xenophobia with everything in our power to unite Africa so that we can have one currency, we can have one military command, we can have one president. This continent is not a continent for as long as we remain divided. How can a country like Lesotho say it's a country with such few people? How can Lesotho or Swaziland or Botswana negotiate with China as a country which has got the quota of the world population? We need to come together and confront the world as one continent that is united to expropriate the land of Africa and use the minerals of Africa to benefit Africa. We are not scared of anything that they want to do to us. They banished Winnie Mandela into Brentford. Whether they ban us in America or not, we don't care. Donald Trump can stay with his America, but this continent of Africa belongs to us. Let us not be cowards like Winnie Mandela. Let us stand up and confront the imperialism of America. Let us challenge America. Let us challenge the stupidity of America. Let us not be intimidated by America. America is the enemy of progress in the world. The EFF must lead the liberation of Africa. Amandla! Amandla!
I'm a king, yes, I'm a king, I think I'm a king.